This topic will be discussed in 4 videos. This is part 4 of 4. See links below for parts 1 to 3. Part 4 starts at the 3-minute mark. You've heard of the dark night of the soul. You know you're in it, but you're wondering, why is it lasting so long? What I'm going to talk about today are certain things that are contributing to the reason why it's lasting so long. Hi there, beautiful souls. I'm Michèle Duquet. Welcome to my channel, Soulful and Unplugged, a channel about the spiritual awakening journey where I show you how to live a more joyful life by helping you navigate your human journey through your soul's perspective. And this is Roxy. Hopefully she'll stick around for the video, but she may not. So before we get going, I just want to tell you that this is part of a spiritual awakening series I created, and the playlist for that I will link right up here as well as in the descriptions below. So check out the chapters down there and click on any one of them and it'll take you right to the topic that you're most interested in. It's a self-loving thing to ask for help, and sometimes we do need outside help. The dark night of the soul can be extremely debilitating, and I would encourage you to seek help. And for those of you who aren't quite sure what a dark night of the soul is, it's a time of profound transition in your life where you start to become aware of parts of yourself that are no longer serving you. It's a time of deep transformation where you begin to honor who you are by opening up to your connection to your soul. I have gone through my own dark night of the soul, and I know what I had to go through to get myself to the other side. And I did seek help. I found a beautiful, loving therapist, and I did Gestalt therapy for a couple of years, and it was immensely helpful to carry me through to the rest of my dark night journey. What I want to talk about today is something that's been coming up quite a bit in the comments. And I think it's because a lot of people are having a really hard time during this period of transition globally, and through the chaos and all of the mixed energies that are really bombarding us daily. It's a pretty tough road that we're on. And what is happening is a lot of people are still in the dark night of the soul. They're wondering, why is it lasting so long? Why is it so difficult, so painful? And while, yes, that is the dark night of the soul, what I'm going to talk about today are certain things that are contributing to the reason why it's lasting so long. Faith. Having faith. It's kind of my favorite topic. I spent a lot of time working on my own faith in a higher power, faith in energetic beings, faith in those entities that helped me so much when I was a kid. Every night, when I was a kid for 2 years, from the age of 8 till 10, I would leave my body. I was astrally projecting, traveling, and I would meet up with these beautiful, very loving entities, and they would teach me about all kinds of things, mostly about consciousness, about the different leveled consciousness, about the multiverse, multi-dimensions. It was pretty wild. And I had nobody to talk to. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But it certainly taught me about the importance of having faith. And when I was going through one of my dark night of the souls, I went through a couple, it really reinforced my faith in this spiritual dimension that I was really connected to, deeply connected to. But just because I was highly connected to it and was unable to not feel that connection, it still tested my faith. It still showed me where my faith was. And I really worked on having faith that all was in divine order. All is part of this big divine plan. Having faith that all is well. All is as it is meant to be. where I am in this present moment is exactly where I am meant to be, right here, right now. That's in divine planning. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And that's what I worked on when I was deep in the dark night of the soul, having faith that this is where you're supposed to be, and having faith that a higher power has your best interest at heart, at soul, and that it is for your ultimate good and the ultimate good of all. That's faith. I've experienced some incredible blessings and miracles just by being open and having faith that this moment is exactly as it is meant to be. How do you know you're exactly where you're supposed to be? It's because that's where you are. That's it. So no matter where you are at right now, if that faith is just needing to be worked on, work on that faith. Work on the faith that you're exactly where you're meant to be at this moment for your divine purpose. Now, it may be that this very moment takes you to a place where you get out of your comfort zone and look for a spiritual teacher or look for a therapist. That's part of the perfection of this present moment. It can be anything. It's infinite. The reasons why we are in this present moment, acceptance of it and having faith that it is for your divine good, for your soul's good, that will naturally just give you that spark that will help you shift all the way to who you are meant to be, part of the journey. And if that faith is low, work on that, because it may be what is keeping you stuck in the dark night of the soul. And if you can't do it, imagine what it will feel like to have complete faith in a higher power that has your best interest at heart. What is that like? Act as if. Spend one day acting as if you have complete and total faith that everything that is happening to you is for an ultimate divine good that will only be discovered later on. Just spend one day doing that, and you'll see it's gonna shift you in a big, big way. And if it doesn't, do it for a second day. And if that doesn't work, do it for a third day. I don't mean to make light of it. I know how difficult this journey is, and I know how difficult this stage is. But if you believe in a spiritual world, if you believe in a higher power, if you believe in your own soul, it will carry you out of the being stuck part of the dark night of the soul. So now we get into the part about how you can help yourself in this very difficult place where you feel stuck, where you feel it's been such a long time and it's too long, and you're feeling like it's enough. Gotta begin a movement. And it really boils down to what I talked about, this present moment, accepting this present moment, and having faith that it's exactly where you are meant to be. The vital thing about that is finding a loving space for yourself, unconditionally loving space for yourself. You can ask help from the energetic beings, from angels, from God, or from a higher power. You can simply ask, please help me find that loving space within myself, that I can be accepting and embracing of this present moment, of what is really going on right now. Or ask for that thought that will let you know what is your next right step. It could be the next right step is to do a research as to finding a wonderful spiritual teacher, or making that phone call, or writing down in a journal what's really going on within you. You will get an intuition. You will get an inner knowing of what it is that you are meant to do that is going to be the most helpful for you to carry you through this very difficult feeling of being stuck. I talked about faith in, the whole last section was about faith. Well, part of faith is having a higher power that you really trust, that you really love. You can imagine any kind of higher power. You can imagine a benevolent being in any way that you need to, and then pray to that higher being. Pray to that benevolent entity that you have created very, very, very specifically just for you. What do you need? What kind of a being or a God or a angel do you need for you to feel that unconditional self-acceptance, that unconditional self-love, or that you can actually have faith in and believe in and reach to if you're lacking hope? Hope is an incredibly powerful thing. And sometimes when we are in this very dark place, all we need is that tiniest spark of hope to carry us through. Meditate first thing in the morning. That is the absolute best time to meditate. And in that meditation, put some lovely music on that helps you feel good. Imagine beautiful settings where you're at your most relaxed, at your most loved. Imagine a transformed you. See what it is that you are right now and see how you can love and accept exactly where you are right now. But then also see who you are becoming and imagine who that person is, what you're like as that person. Imagine yourself doing things, talking to people, interacting with other souls, and get that feeling in yourself of the hope that that brings you. That's a huge, huge helpful thing to actually meditate first thing in the morning. Before you even get out of bed, you wake up, sit up straight, maybe on your iPhone or iPad, put some really nice meditative music and begin to count down from 10 to 1, telling yourself that you are going deeper and deeper. And when you get to 1, start imagining your better life. Start imagining your true self, even if it's that you're having a hard time having faith or praying. Imagine yourself praying to a benevolent being that you trust. Stay there for as long as you need to, but just as you are preparing to come out of it, then count from 1 up to 10, and at 10 tell yourself that you will be fully awake, feeling wonderful, ready to greet the day, and feeling better than before. Those are just a few of the things that have really helped me. Doing that morning meditation is what has really transformed not only me, my whole life, and all of my relationships, just through my own personal shift, through the oneness that we have, through the oneness that is the true energy of the universe. By me shifting, I am assisting the energies to shift in the entire universe. So that can really be an inspiration for you as well. Know that as you shift, you are elevating and shifting the energies of the entire universe through this oneness, infinite energy that is throughout the entire universe. All right, my beautiful souls, I hope this has helped you a little bit. I really hope from the bottom of my heart that this offered some help to you in some way, and even a spark of hope. Mwah! Sending lots and lots and lots of love. Bye for now.